Hey YouTube, I'm Kyle Swagger, host of the Sonic Beyond podcast, where every week I get you caught up on the latest music tech news. You can find the podcast by going to sonicbeyond.com, or you can also follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Kyle Swagger. Now today I'm going to be talking about, or basically reviewing, this thing, the WD-TV from Western Digital. And what this thing is, it's an HD media player, and it plays full 1080p HD video. Now, I must say, I didn't really buy this just for the video. I mainly bought it because of the formats that it plays for audio. But it does a lot of formats in every media you can imagine. Now, starting out with video, it does MPEG 1, 2, and 4. It does WMV9, also AVI, MPEG 4, XVID, AVC, H.264, MKV, MOV, MPEG 4, H.264 in the MOV format. Also, it will, you can look at your photos through this thing as well. JPEG, PNG, TIFF files, a lot of file formats for your photos. Also, for audio, MP3, of course, that's a given. Also, WMA, OGG, WAVE, PCM, LPCM, AAC, and my favorite, FLAC, which is, again, the main reason I bought it for. I'm a big believer in FLAC because it's a lossless audio codec, and it is CD-like quality. Also does AC3 using the Dolby Digital decoding, and as well as AIFF and MKA files. Now, I've got the unit right here, and just taking a look at it. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of YouTube videos of this thing, and it is. I'm sure you can tell there, and look at all those fingerprints. My God. You can see that it's very shiny, very high gloss black shine. It has a little bit of writing there on the front. I don't know if you guys can kind of tell that there. That's a little bit closer. You can see the Western Digital logo there. These little things right here has a couple of lights here in the front. That's your power light there, and of course your USB connectivity lights right here. And then the other side here just says HDMI. I don't think you guys can really see that, but it's HDMI. Then it lists the little icons for formats that it plays. Looking here at the back side, though, you'll start off here. These are the composite video and audio outputs, which, in my opinion, pretty much worthless for this box. It's an HD, it's an HD media player. So this is the input that you want right here. These two, actually. This is your HDMI input, which, of course, is the full 1080p HD video as well as audio through there. This here is the optical digital out for audio. This is the second USB port right there, and this here is the power port. On the other side here, this is USB port number 1. Now, if you think that's small, as I was saying, this is small. Fits in the palm of your hand there. The remote itself is even smaller, as you can see. Look at this, right here. It fits in the palm of your hand. In fact, it's so much smaller than my hand. I must say I was a little bit disappointed with the size of the remote. I was expecting something much bigger, but nonetheless, it's very, very simple to use. I mean, you got your power button there, home button, navigation buttons, play buttons, stop. There's also an eject button, which I have no idea what that does. I've never used it. But it's very simple to use, very simple remote. You can add that to your collection, to all your other 100 remotes. Now, talking about the unit itself, this thing right here, it doesn't have any internal hard drive, so you're going to have to use the USB ports on here. That's what it is. It also doesn't have an Ethernet port, so if you're looking to do a home network thing where you want it to stream files from your computers or these kind of things, this will not do it. You need external USB hard drives, or also it works with flash drives as well, up to 16 gigabytes, that is. I'm using it currently right now with just a standard hard drive enclosure, and then with a 500 gigabyte hard drive. It's working just fine. Don't believe that you have to buy the Western Digital passports. It looks nice with it, don't get me wrong. They both look good together, and it comes with a little stand to put the passport in. But any hard drive can be used with this device. Now, there are a few things that I really, really like about it. First, plays every format under the sun. Every video file, every audio file I've thrown at this thing, it's played flawlessly. There's no latency issues. You would think, well, with the USB hard drive that, there might be slowage in the playback or these kind of things. Not a problem at all. Even full 1080p HD video is handled just fine through this unit. So no complaints there. Second of no complaints, the price. It's about $100 to $120. Very, very cheap, especially in this economy that we're in right now. If you're looking to add to your home entertainment center and you want to get all your media off your computer, I highly recommend this device. Now, like I said, I bought this mainly to do audio with. And I have to say that although it does the audio very, very well, the sound quality is really, really good on it. There's one thing that just really irritates me about this, is that it doesn't offer gapless audio playback. Now, I say that, and you say, well, MP3s a lot of them don't have gapless audio playback, but FLAC normally does, and this thing does play FLAC files. So I was very, very disappointed in that. And meaning what I mean by gapless audio playback, in case you are not, really know what that is. Say you're listening to a concert, and you got the crowd and everybody's cheering, and then it goes from track 1 or whatever track it is to the next track. Normally, it would just go through. If you're listening on a CD, you just, it's flawless. You don't even, know that it's really went to the next track unless you'd look on your readout on your player. This you're going to know because there's like a 2-second gap where it has to go on to the next file. So you're hearing all this crowd cheering and then nothing for 2 seconds and then to the next track. Very, very annoying. And I suppose you could always rip your whole album in one continuous file and avoid that, but then you don't have the leisure of flipping from track to track. So that was a major disappointment in it. Western Digital does do firmware upgrades occasionally on this, which is simple to do. You just have a little USB stick. A megabyte would actually be fine. I'm sorry, 1 gigabyte would actually be fine. And you just plug it into any one of the USB ports on there. It recognizes it automatically and then automatically does the firmware upgrade for you. So that's very, very simple to do, and you can find that at their website. I'm hoping in their next firmware update, please, Western Digital, include gapless audio playback. I think a lot of people have been very irritated about this, and definitely add me to the list. So, all in all, I give this an 8 out of 10. It's really good value for money. You can't have too many complaints, especially for, $100 to $120. It's a very easy, simple solution to get all that media off your computer and get it on your television or into your stereo system where you want it to have it all right there. Again, if you're looking for something network, there's always the popcorn hour or these kind of things, but that's going to run you about $250 to $300. So, value for money, 8 out of 10. I definitely recommend the Western Digital WD-TV HD MIDI player. I think it's really for value for money. I definitely think that it'll be something definitely worth checking out.